Now to this news. General Motors, once a bellwether of American manufacturing, is facing outrage after announcing some tough decisions about its future. It plans to cut thousands of jobs, even though it's profitable. The cuts will affect 15% of the company's white-collar workers and many high-paying factory jobs. GM may close one Canadian auto plant and 4 more in the United States. Chairman and CEO Mary Barra said the move gives GM flexibility to invest in the future. In her words, these actions will increase the long-term profit and cash generation potential of the company. Kris Van Cleave is at a GM dealership in Vienna, Virginia, just outside Washington. Kris, good morning.
Good morning. Americans' preference for SUVs is part of what's driving GM away from sedans. Wall Street seems to like this move. They closed GM stock up about 5% as the company is trying to get leaner and pivot to electric vehicles and autonomous vehicles. But the move is creating a lot of controversy.
I moved my family twice for this company, and they do this to me.
Outrage over General Motors' decision to drop 6 underperforming sedans came quick.
Well, we don't like it.
From President Trump.
I think you're going to see something else happen there, but I'm not happy about it.
Congressional Republicans.
Today's announcement was particularly disappointing.
And Democrats.
I'm really pissed off about the whole thing because these guys have a blatant disregard for workers in the country.
The move will idle 5 North American plants next year where the sedans are produced, potentially laying off up to 14,000 employees, mostly in the United States.
It's devastating what it will do to this community, not just GM.
The bad thing is to get this news on the day after we come back for Thanksgiving.
It's all about greed. It's all about putting more in their pockets.
The cuts include 8,000 salaried jobs, among them 25% of GM's executives, making it the largest cutback since the company went bankrupt and was bailed out by taxpayers during the 2008 financial crisis. GM repaid those loans. The announcement comes as the Trump administration's steel tariffs have cost the automaker $1 billion.
Those jobs have left Ohio.
The cuts are a setback for President Trump, who made this promise in Ohio last year.
We're going to get those jobs coming back, and we're going to fill up those factories or rip them down and build brand new ones.
But before any plants can close, GM must reach a deal with the United Auto Workers Union. The union is vowing to fight.
We call on GM today, just as they called on all of us over a decade ago. Please save our American jobs.
Lawmakers and the Trump administration are pledging to pressure GM to keep the plants open and repurpose them, and to give affected workers opportunities to apply for other jobs at GM. Ford made a similar move in deciding to drop most of its sedans. That'll happen by 2022. John?
Kris, okay, so let's, in the face of all this backlash, why exactly, again, did Mary Barra decide to make these cuts, the CEO of GM?
Well, the marketplace is changing, and so is the demand for vehicles, as autonomous vehicles are coming on the market here potentially in the next 5 years. Also, it takes 5 to 7 years to develop new vehicles, so if you're going to make a change even 7 years from now, you need to be thinking about it today. Those are factors in this decision, absolutely.
Okay, so she's thinking about the future market. Now, what happens to the workers?
So these plants will, in GM's words, become unallocated or essentially idle sometime during 2019, as early as March in one case. Another may stay open through most of 2019. So it'll be a rolling date coming here in the next few months.
Unallocated, a euphemism you don't want to hear if you're a worker there. Kris, thanks so much.